Set guidelines, we shall give them code of conduct, and then we shall ensure that all of them have the same opportunity.
About 8 would-be aspirants are throwing their hats into the ring. Would the PDP Lagos be considering a consensus candidate?
We shall do the normal primary of ensuring that everybody is given a level playing ground. As long as they have the prerequisite qualification, educational qualification, that they don't have a dent or they don't have any criminal records. As long as all these are not there, definitely everybody will be carried along to participate in the primaries. Primaries is for everybody, except otherwise, all the candidates agree to choose a consensus among themselves. The party will not force it on anybody.
Now, some people have called for zoning. How do you see the issue of zoning?
I think that's the idea of APC, and it was meant to manipulate the electorate and the electoral process. PDP doesn't necessarily zone, except there is need for it. And this time around, we are looking for a quality person that has the credentials, that has, and it will be done on merit.
Some bookmakers are saying that the Lagos PDP might likely be banking on the aspect of the federal might. How far do you think the support from the presidency could take you through this poll come 2015 for the Lagos governorship election?
The only advantage the presidency can offer Lagos people is the performance of the head of state himself. He has done well so far in the area of electricity supply, which is improving by the day. He has done well in the areas of health care delivery. He has done well in the area of agri production. The economy generally has improved.
With the APC taking over most of the structure from the local government to the governorship level, wouldn't that be passing through the eye of a needle for the PDP?
The situation has changed in the last 3 years. More so when PDP itself as a party has come together as a family. All the warring factions have come together, and the members of the party are now a one big family ready to win in an election. There is no dissenting voice. And APC as a party, they had been in power. They have all the local government area, which they, in one way or the other, rigged to get. The situation at the general election will be different.
So now let's look at how the voting pattern may likely play out. Do you see, making a projection now, do you see the voting pattern falling on party lines or that of the candidates?
It will be more on the candidates' side than the party this time around in Lagos State.
Do you have any would-be candidates within the PDP strong enough to deliver the state?
We have candidates or aspirants of pedigree, aspirants of good quality, aspirants of good knowledge and education, and we shall be proud to present one of them when the time for election comes.
You mentioned some, those you think can deliver the state within the PDP.
You wouldn't push me to start mentioning names, but inside me, I know what we want, and I know in whom we can get it.
So how do you fancy the chances of the PDP come 2015 poll?
As of today, I will rate PDP as having 65% as against 35% of APC.
Are you considering the incumbency factor?
That one has waned, and it has deteriorated so much because of the factor of Chief Bola Tinubu. His name has a negative effect on the party as of today because it's known for imposition. Imposition will not work in their party, and is likely to throw their party into confusion.
We'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll take a look at what is happening at the national level. Who are the presidential aspirants, And why are they dragging their feet to publicly declare to run for the 2015 presidential race? Join us again.
Daily, our world changes. Sometimes it could be tough to keep up with these changes. Some other times, communicating these are even harder. Our job here on Sunrise is to break it all down for you, not just to understand, but take the right action. Sunrise, every Saturday at 9 a.m. only on Channels Television.
It's barely 5 months to the 2015 presidential elections, and the aspirants are yet to emerge. While the numerous support groups, even at the PDP zonal levels, have come out to express support for President Goodluck Jonathan to run for the 2015 presidential poll, there is a seeming disarray within the opposition party. We took this up with Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila of the APC and minority leader in the House of Representatives. Take a listen.
The president is going to be reaching out to about 170 million Nigerians. Of course, not everybody has the right to vote, but at least he's going to be reaching out to 60, 70 million registered voters. But even those who cannot vote can influence those who can vote. So invariably, it's going to be reaching out to 170 million Nigerians now across 36 states, several ethnic groups, different religions, to not to be able to campaign with 5 months to go, not knowing, you know, what you're selling with 5 months to elections it says a lot about where we are as a democracy. We need to actually grow this democracy, and you cannot grow it by not, evolving.
But are you disappointed that even the All Progressive Congress is finding it difficult to field its aspirants?
Oh, I think the aspirants are out there. If you say we are yet to see the candidate.
No, the candidates will emerge through primaries.
Yes.
They are yet to declare. They are yet to fully declare.
But you have to, you see, the case of All Progressive Congress is peculiar. And the reason why I say it's peculiar is because it's a new party. It's a mega party, the first of its kind in Nigeria, if not in Africa. When was the party registered? Look at the time we had to do so many things that we had to do. It moved us all the way up to where we are now. So it's not like the APC had been in existence for 2 years. We knew a presidential election was coming up in 2015 and that we did nothing about selecting a candidate. No, it's just the time that is available to us. That's what the problem is. And within the time that is available, the little time that is available to us, I think we've made giant strides.
Wouldn't that be limiting us to mere speculations, because the standard for us accepting that a person is an aspirant is when the person picks up the expression of interest form? Has any of the aspirants, would-be aspirants, have they picked up the expression of interest form?
Well, you're talking about the textbook definition of an aspirant. I'm not talking about a textbook. I'm talking about what everybody, everybody in APC, in our party, and every Nigerian on the street knows that expression of interest form is just a formality. It's a formality.
Limiting us to mere speculation, because tomorrow the person, I have interviewed Governor Kwankwaso, for instance, and he said he has not told anybody that he's contesting. He has not said it publicly.
Maybe, I don't know when you interviewed Kwankwaso. I don't know when you did that. So that must have been a while ago. Because right now you go back and if you go back and interview him now, he's not going to tell you the same thing.
Before I let you go, how do you see the instruments of democracy and the challenges so far?
I don't think we've done well. I think there's a lot more to be done in terms of nurturing our democracy. A lot of people define democracy, the textbook definition of government of the people, for the people, by the people, and just mouth it without, the spirit behind it. For me, the spirit of democracy can be found even in our Constitution, in several parts of our Constitution, particularly, Chapter 4, which unfortunately for now is unenforceable. Chapter 4 talks about right to free education, right to maternal care, to health, to this, to the, you know, today those things are given as the government of the day. Look at those things that are enshrined in the Constitution in Chapter 4 as privileges, when really they should be, even without being in the Constitution, they should be the rights of democracy. To me, that's the real definition of the spirit behind democracy, you know, the right to all of these things.
So, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, what would you be looking at after your tenure, 7 at the Federal House of Representatives?
Well, I've been asked that question several times. My options, I feel my options are wide open. And I think in the next, if you ask me that question, in the next couple of weeks, I might be able to give you a better, more direct answer. For now, I'm not too sure.
For the People's Democratic Party, can the numerous endorsement of President Jonathan to run be enough to assume the PDP has an aspirant willing and ready to hit the track for the presidential race? One wonders why the aspirants are yet to publicly declare, and in essence, leaving the voters to mere guesswork. Mr. Tunji Shale responded to these concerns. Take a listen.
At the national level, we are the one in power. We have a president who, by every right, who has every right to go for a second term. From the look of things, it looks like the candidate to beat. So if any other aspirant will come out, we are still waiting to see who that aspirant is. But so far, so good. Mr. President has been accepted across board to contest the second term in office in PDP.
Why are they finding it difficult to publicly declare?
Well, you will see that people are clamoring for Mr. President to come out, from the southwest to the southeast, to the south-south, to the north-central, to the northeast, and of course the northwest. If there is a dissenting voice out of 6 zones, if 5 are clear-cut, definitely the incumbent has an advantage. And that much, I know, will favor Mr. President during the next election.
If such innumerous people are clamoring for the president to throw his hat into the ring, doesn't that show sign of reluctance on the president in running for the 2015 presidential elections?
Well, you have to be strategic while you are in politics. Don't just make careless statements. You do consultation and ensure that you've gone around everybody before you make a formal declaration. It's people that are calling him to come and contest now. Very soon, I'm sure he will declare his interest, and his interest will be protected by majority of PDP stakeholders.
Isn't it time for the PDP to start looking for a more willing candidate?
Well, like you rightly said, no persons whatsoever has come up, meaning that PDP is one party that believes in rule of law. PDP is a party that believes in leadership. PDP is one party that believes in giving its incumbent the opportunity to go for a second term.
Now, that was Mr. Tunji Shale, the Lagos State Chairman of the PDP, talking about the party's preparations for the 2015 general elections. Please share your thoughts and comments with us on why the opposition parties are yet to present their presidential aspirants. Is this good for democracy? You may keep the conversation going by sending your comments on our different social media platforms shown on your screen. Let's take a break now, and when we come back, we'll take you through major political happenings of the week on our Roadmap Political Roundup segment. Join us again.
Don't be left in the dark. Be the first to know. Get the latest news and developing stories anytime, anywhere, on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com and click on the Channels TV logo. Channels Television, the news at your fingertips.
Welcome back, and here's our political roundup for the week.
As part of preparations for the 2015 general elections, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, announces plan to inaugurate its zonal integration committees across the 6 geopolitical zones. All members of the Taraba State Assembly moved to Abuja in less than 12 hours after the State Executive Council directed the State House of Assembly to ascertain the true state of health of the State Governor, Dan Baba Suntai.
And that's all on this edition of Roadmap 2015. Join us next week for another exciting episode of Roadmap 2015 on Channels Television. Don't forget to send your comments to our different social media platforms showing on your screen. Many thanks for watching. I'm Benga Ashiru saying goodbye.